You are the chosen one.
Welcome back to Chosen One Studios. Let's play of Demon's Crest. I'm your host, Corinne, and you're joining me here at the start screen, already in progress. Last time I sort of skipped over the story because I wanted to get to the action, but now you've seen we can do that. Let's get the story here. Legend says the world was once divided into two different lands. One realm was ruled by humans, seen on the right, obviously, and the other was ruled by demons, shown on the left. I'm sorry, those eyes are creepy. Obviously, some demonic influence. And there's our hero, flapping away as we saw him on the menu screen, well, rather the world map screen. Here are the crests that I've been using for my logo. One day, 6 magical stones fell from the sky into the demon's realm. Fire, earth, water, air... No, wait, I'm screwing up. Inscribed in the crest were the stones of earth, air, water, time, and heaven. Fire, you only get to use heaven against the super secret extra super boss, which you only get to fight if you get everything, which we'll be doing. I'll be trying to do that as we go to stop us some of the Soon the demons began to fight over these magical crests, and the realm erupted into civil war. You won't see any of those characters because they're all dead, which is good enough reason as we don't know them per ratio, and that generally makes anything a reason. So he's just flying along. Here's our hero in awesome sepia profile. Finally, the red demon defeated all the others and collected 5 crests. All of them besides heaven, which the game will tell us in a second. And there's our nemesis flying away. Too bad there's no ROM hack to choose. You'd take up too much screen size anyway. It would be fun. There's our first boss. Not satisfied with the crests of fire, earth, air, water, and time, which is the most awesome crest we'll get, the red demon challenged the demon dragon for the crest of heaven. How he's a demon dragon, I don't know, just looks like a dragon to me, but I guess he's from the demon realm. That's going to be my explanation for that. You can come up with your own. And then we see Phalanx, a villain, flying off to the side. Firebrand beaten kneeling. After a long and desperate battle, the red demon slayed the demon dragon and gained the final crest, the crest of heaven. But the price of the victory was high. As you can see, the red demon was critically wounded, and not feeling all that great either. Here he is flapping away over the sea, or clouds, not really sure which, mountains, when Phalanx flies up behind him and... cheap shot in the back. That'll hurt when you're fatally wounded already. Here we see the Colosseum from the very first little fight we had there with the little hippogriffs in the background, little fire, and the crest floating over Phalanx's hands. His sprite is awesome. But let's not sprite. I have defeated the red demon. Diagonal exclamation point. I shall reign supreme. Diagonal exclamation point. I don't know what it is, but ever since Mega Man 2, I've adored those. It's Mega Man 4. Either way. With the power of the crest, no pluralization, so I guess they're all supposed to be as one, both the demon world and the human world are mine. Now, it was Realm earlier, but Phalanx isn't the narrator, so it's okay. Now, most of the game, it's implied from one of the endings, it does take place in the human world, and you see a whole bunch of human skeletons. As you saw from the last Let's Play, the second level is a human city, and then an aqueduct, and more on from there, which we'll be seeing very, very shortly. And there's this beautiful nimbus of light. And everything fades back to the title screen, where I'll be stepping away for just one moment, but to you, it'll be like I never left at all. And we're back on level 2, or the second half of level 1. Here's our hero Firebrand, new mechanic introduced. 1, these green things. You step on them, and they deteriorate. Those little things down there hurt, so I'm not going to step on them. Can't get that when you're standing on there, because your fire is 1 pixel for 1 square ahead, so you have to let it break down a bit. That axe demon can be a pain if you're not ready for it, but axe goblin, I like to let that little thing get destroyed, so I have a safe place to stand so I can burst through the flames. The background is really gorgeous, so I feel bad this stage is longer, and then I'm just going to heal it. It's a spider crawler, I call them. I forget their real name. Pretty much just a huge head with a couple of spindly spider legs, which we'll actually be seeing in the forest realm too. Now that's a 5 coins, that is. As you can see, we've actually already collected 27. We might be using those for a few healing potions, we'll have to see. And here is our first potion. Or urn, rather. I think it calls them urns, doesn't it? Yes. So we'll be putting that in that slot just because it looks pretty. This little platform, we'll be seeing more of them very shortly. What I came down here to show you, really, is these things over here. There is a power that lets you actually climb those, just like you can climb this. One thing I didn't mention, if you jump and press against a wall, unlike Mega Man X, you don't jump off, you just stick to it. Only some walls and only some gargoyles can do this. Fire Gargoyle, your default form, obviously can, or you wouldn't be able to play the game. Here we see more of those platforms. You can try to climb up the wall, but there are a few nastily placed spiders, so I don't recommend it. And besides, you look way more cool. The only problem is that with this section, the bottom parts of those platforms you actually can't grab onto. It's really tempting, but you can't quite latch. You just sort of press against it. I'll see if I can do it. Yeah, as you can see, that. Yeah, well, I'm doing it too well, so you don't get to see it. Over here, by the way, there's a plant. If you stay there too long, they break apart. Another reason you don't want to take that path. There's also these blocks right here. Later on, we'll be coming back, and you'll see more similar blocks to that. They're always color-coded to the stage to actually look like they blend in. But for right now, it's just important that we can't get it. Also, as you can see in the background, has been growing as we've gone higher. Here's a full heal. As I said, they usually appear before a boss battle. Here's our first recurring boss, who's actually a boss. Has his own laugh, and a pretty cool sprite, I have to say. He's sort of your equal, but stronger. I've watched your progress, and I'm glad that I shall be the one to put an end to your petty crusade. I believe you have heard of me. I am Arma. I will be your executioner. And Arma appears and starts to fly. The trick with Arma is he'll flap up a little bit, and he'll either dive at you, or he'll shoot that attack. When he's shooting that attack, usually he likes to do it from that angle, so you can't counterattack it, and you just have to dodge. It's usually not that hard though, because as soon as he's fired it, he just stays still, he doesn't change his path, he doesn't break against the ground. But the other thing, when he dives, you have to determine if he's either slow enough and low enough that it's actually worth your while to try and fly over him, like so, or if he would just rise up and smack into you. Sometimes he'll be moving too quick, or too high. Like that, if you've been lower, would probably not be easy. Like that is his slower surge, or quicker surge. He finishes that faster, and there's not really a lot you can do about it. The splatter's all cool against the floor. When you hit him enough times, sometimes he'll fall, and I swear he's starting to look a little bit red around the gills, but I like to estimate that a little bit sooner. You'll notice that he does sort of get a fall animation when you hit him enough times. It does give him temporary invincibility, but his first form's not really too hard. His later ones will be a little bit more. You do seem to possess the strength people have been talking about. I look forward to our next encounter. And, being the chivalrous guy that he is, doesn't leave you empty-handed, but he drops the Crest of Earth, in quotes. With it, you can morph into G-Gargoyle and gain great speed and the strength to break stone statues. Which is where we'll leave for right now. When we come back in the next video, I'll show off the ground gargoyle, we'll pick up another piece of the fire crest, and we'll see where we go from there. Once again, thank you for watching the second episode of Choosing One Studios Let's Play of Demon's Crest. I'm your host, Corinne, and until next time, take care. I said a better line last time, but I can't remember what it was. So, until next time.